be honest with you, gentlemen, I'm not looking forward to this because I'm anticipating a little problem with the latch assembly. There's a small bend right here. I'll see if I can fix that. But basically the accident that this car was in, as it deformed this piece and Soren was able to sort of put it back together. It might not fit perfectly, but let's give it a shot. I don't know if this is supposed to be up like that. Oh, I should have pulled an extra one of these. I'm surprised I didn't. Let me go look. I must not have because it's not in the back. Here's our 240 style latch with a little baby spring. And here's the 122/Amazon. Big spring. Incredible, isn't it? Now, that doesn't mean that one's better than the other. Obviously, people aren't losing their 240 hoods on the road, but that's just what it is. Always keep extra hardware around because you never know when you're going to need something. Now, we've got a retainer wire. That's this guy. Doesn't seem to have much fanciness to it. It just sits inside of here and then pulls it out. I don't know if there's some sort of retainer clip or something right here. I'll take a look. There's a grommet right there, which is just the perfect one. We'll just hook it from the bottom. Pull it through, rotate it this way, and pull the wire back. You can see the old marks from the original holes, from the original placement, because these are wide bolts. We're gonna try to match those. Oh, this one's a little crooked here. Crooked Hillary. Ha 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 ha. Ha ha. Sorry, I had to. We want that to line up perfectly with our spring. And it's too far forward. Push it all the way back. Finger tight. Looks like our top hinge wants to come forward so that it'll reach the latch correctly. Yeah, there is a retainer for the cable. I'm gonna attach that. Let's see if it'll latch. Well, I'm gonna push this all the way forward, opposite of how it was on the car originally. We're looking at the damaged front end, so that's okay. We'll twist it on this side. I can feel it moving the radiator support as I'm tightening it. Bring you down again. Yep. See how it's too far back? But let's put that out of the equation, and no engagement. We do not latch. I'm gonna pull back the release just a little bit to see if it'll engage at all. Are you latched? Wow. Yeah, that's wonky. The issue we're having is that the rod is here, and as we force it into place, it then pops out of the way to a spot where it does not want to seal nicely. So we're going to try to adjust the top. We want to adjust our top guy, pull it forward, if possible. It looks like it only gives you a side-to-side adjustment. Just want to take a moment to say that I replaced my old 18-volt DeWalt with the new XR series of 20 volts, and they are fantastic. It's got 3 LEDs on it, and you know what the best part was? That Lowe's is having a clearance item on this, plus a special that if you buy a kit with DeWalt, which comes with this, is a electric drill and a circular saw, that you get a free additional item, which in my case I chose the big 5 amp hour battery, which is just fantastic considering the original batteries. Oh yeah, these are lithium instead of being the old like nickel cadmium or whatever these are. Yeah, it's a nickel cadmium. That's what makes it a much better tool overall. You don't get reduced performance, you either get 100% or 0. It's my understanding of lithium. Better performance, better life. Fit. Nope. Yeah, maybe. Just in case, let's replace that top hinge. Let's compare it to this one, which is like a junkyard, new old stock looking one. Okay, it doesn't look to be bent. This one's a little more tightly wound with the spring. You can see where it's adjusted. But let's give it a go. See how it looks. Let's see how our side-to-side adjustment looks. Could go a little bit to the right. It ain't terrible, but it ain't great. Yep. Looks like, oh yeah, there's that bow in the hood too. Let's see if we can fix any of that. This is why I love old Volvos. You can just walk all over them. Okay, let's test our pull, see if it releases. Hey, nice. I'm gonna loosen the spring. It doesn't need to be so tightly wound. It's a lot more relaxed because it doesn't have that much coming out the bottom. We'll begin by loosening this big nut here and then going counterclockwise on the spring. You can put a finger through here to feel if you're ever in danger of coming out. Give that a look. Tighten our nut again. Looks like it got a little worse with that adjustment, which is good. We learned a thing or two. Okay, and let's undo that adjustment and go right back to where we were. While I would go and ask about if your hood latch has this bump on it here in the center, this rise, I'm not going to. I'm just going to replace it from the junkyard because I can already see it's got other damaged, bent parts on it. If I was being very, very frugal and I wouldn't want to go to the junkyard, then I would ask. But in this case, right now, I'm just going to replace it with junkyard bits. Okay, we don't want to forget the retainer that goes right here, and that holds the cable in place. Now with the hood taken care of, let's go to the back, see if we could do anything about the latch on the handle so we can actually use our hatch without having to climb inside to open it. I've forgotten everything about how this operates. Oh, it's broken. That explains everything. That means we're fixing this another day. Let's go for a drive. Can you tell I fix my own Volvo? You really gotta slam it to make engagement on that pin. Just in case. I forgot about that exhaust leak.
He thinks I'm pretty, he thinks I'm smart, he likes my nerve and he loves my heart.
Power steering works at least. Low idle. Oh, she's so slow! Ah, this car. Check those shocks out. Oh, baby. Oh, baby. Oh, at least we made it. Luckily, she wasn't locked. Oh, it's not even locked yet. She ain't accepting more than 5.5 gallons, which means we've got a sending unit that's not working, or the gauge is not working, or something's unplugged. Either way, she's a full tank. Of course, when that happens, you're gonna want to travel prepared. Dude, I'm so upset that that wasn't recording. We went for a drive, we did a 0 to 60. We're gonna do it again then. When I jiggled the seatbelt into the connector, it beeped at me for a moment, so it's got a dirty connection in there. All right, folks, 0 to 60, here we go. Feel good. Our drive shaft at low speeds on the center carrier bushing, which is rubber, big rubber donut, it's got some squeaks. I can hear it now at a high frequency, and then when you come to a stop, it kind of squeaks until it comes to a stop. You're gonna want to address that eventually. I've done those before. Otherwise, she starts, she drives, she stops. That's the most important thing. And that's great. we're well on our way to getting this car registered, hopefully tomorrow. I think I might drive it to work tomorrow morning. And that's, 35 miles an hour through the village, so I think I can manage that. I'm just really happy with it. So, thanks so much for watching. As always, give this video a thumbs up and do subscribe because it helps me out a lot. And if you haven't seen the other episodes, now's a great time to go catch up or watch them again, or make sure you've already given them a thumbs up. That'll help me, and that'll help get these videos out there because it's a lot of work making these, and I'm happy to help the community. And if you guys can help me back, then that's the least I can ask of you. So thanks as always. And boy, we got to get these seats a little bit lower because they do adjust. Seems we're already on the lowest setting, but I do wish the seats were a little bit lower because this thing is kind of a boat. You know, you take a turn and it just heaves and hoes, and we want to get those suspension bits dialed in nicely. Probably some good lowering springs would go a long way, or maybe just some stiff IPD sway bars because they're the only ones really making aftermarket sway bars for these cars. Overdrive's not working. We got to figure out what's going on with that, as well as fixing the cup in the shifter because I haven't done that yet and it's still quite sloppy. So eventually we'll get to all these little things, but this was a milestone to get her back on the road.